Okay, today is another quick video. We were talking about using module. This is another Rust video. Over the weekend, I want to get into the two critical, get back to Polkadot and get into the two critical um, algorithms in Polkadot, which are Grandpa, I think it's called Grandpa and Babe, and they're respectively validation and mining. But that's going to take a little bit of time to do it correctly, so I wanted to continue on something that a little bit is valuable, but still a little bit quicker to do, which is going more into Rust here. Now, when we last spoke about Rust, talked about the fact that there's a little bit to know in terms of how you organize things in Cargo. So I'm going to do a little bit about the old way and the new way of having essentially modules. Now there's a difference between modules and libraries. We're not going to get into libraries today. But I have two projects here that hopefully you can see. Let's make sure you're seeing what you're supposed to see here. Yeah, we have test 2 and cargo. Now, test cargo. Test cargo, I did what they call the old way, and they both work. There was a big change there were changes between Rust 2015 and Rust 2018. This is Rust 28, the old way. So let's look at test cargo. So in test cargo, you have, of course, your cargo files, you have your source and your target. So we're going to focus on the source here. And if you look, you have the random module, which is at the root here. So let's do this. Do ran.rs. And I think this is one we used the other day. It's a public module with a public method. And then we have the directory print item 2. Now it's playing around, so the one we're concerned about is print item rs. Print item 2, I can probably extraneous, I'm not using it. But, so print item rs is a very simple module, again, with just printing two different things. But for the purposes, this will work really well. So you have to say, well, how is main.rs going to know about what's in print item? Well, in the old way, you had something called mod.rs. And as you can see, it's simply, it's just telling it, it's just saying pub mod print item. So it's saying, this is the module in here. It's actually similar. I was been doing some stuff with Houdini and Python, and when you do that, you create like an int file in your in your directory that lets Houdini know that this thing is code that you want to use. But anyway, this points to your print module. So you have a mod rs and a print item rs, and what happens is so we've got do rand, and we have print item 2 mod print item 2, which is our directory. So we then now create a thing, the root, and then print item 2, we're going to use print item, and you have, I guess I had to put in a star. Star means everything in there. So file, print item, module, print item. I think that's what this stands for. Something I should double check. But anyway, so you tell it, use these, and this one says, use everything in that mod, have access to it. This is something specific. And this is very similar to what you might do in any other language where, let's say, it has a ton of functions, a ton of methods, and a class or a module, a class, and you only want certain ones. Anyway, so you run this, and you have, this is the random module that we have at the root, and then it can then call these methods that are in our little submodule. So that's the old way. Now the new way, which is going to be in test 2, again, very similar, but the big difference is, if you notice, we have a print item 2rs matching the print item directory. And it's pretty much the same as that mod. Just tells you, hey, we got this public module in here called print item, and again, we have the print item, so basically the new way, you have to connect your cargo, your main directory, with any of these sub-modules, and the way you do it is by, in the new way, by creating a file at the root for that directory that tells you what modules in there you want to use, or you can, in the previous way of doing it, you had that mod.rs within the directory that would tell it. I actually, the nice thing about the old way, where you had it in the mod.rs within the directories, it was very neat. You didn't have to have a bunch of files running around in the main directory. But they are both accepted. Either of them will work. And so let's just to show you. And it runs. So that's my quick piece of information for today, and hopefully it's been of some use, and I will speak to you tomorrow.